Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And one really important thing I forgot to stress yesterday was the fact that today or tomorrow, or really somewhere right now, we're gonna be getting a verdict from the judge about who won, the SEC or Ripple, in the specific case about the MOUs. Make sure you understand, this does not mean they won the entire lawsuit. It would just mean who won their side, basically. If they side with the defendants, which is Ripple, basically means, hey, the SEC cannot use their MOUs anymore, have to hand over all information. If they side with the SEC, basically, it means they can keep using it because the judge valued the fast process over the fair process. That would basically be what it is. Now, on the same note, a lot of you guys keep asking me, Dusty, are you positive about the lawsuit? Do you think they'll win? What are the odds? I keep stressing, I think the chance of winning is ridiculously high, depending on what you consider winning. If you consider winning to be Ripple taking the complete victory, the SEC admitting defeat, I'm going to say about a 10% chance that that's going to happen. Maybe 5. Why? Well, the SEC loses sometimes, but definitely not, this heavily, and specifically not with crypto companies that have done some stuff wrong. Debatably, but following the record, they have done an investment contract at the start. I definitely can agree with that, and I don't think Ripple's going to deny that either. But the question is, are they still, right? And that's again where the caveat is going to be. If the question is, will XRP be deemed in the future a security? Be deemed that? No, I don't think so. The chance of that is really, really small. I would estimate it lower than 5%. Once more, guys, you don't know what the SEC has up their sleeve. You don't know what their powers are. So we have to keep our percentages, reasonable, between 5 and 10%. So 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20 is definitely already a good little estimate right here. Because literally, we don't know what they're going to pull out of the corner. Maybe some of these records are going to show something which the judge really likes to see, really juicy stuff. This could be really negative. Then again, of course, Ripple might find some stuff in the SEC's documents, the ones they recently had to give over. And another part of this hearing was also to discuss those those pieces of information which the SEC has to give over, but she didn't rule on that yesterday. So she's going to be doing that hopefully today or tomorrow as well. Just give us some information about those freaking documents, and will Ripple get them all? The SEC said, hey, Ripple, you get them all, but they're not giving them up. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, and we will see. Moving on, T posted on Twitter, XRP, okay, this actually in between quotes, right? Listen, XRP is a scam. It'll never go at $1 or over $1. Boom, hits $1.90. Quote, nothing of value will come out of XRP. Boom, 1-to-1 FLR tokens airdrop. FLR is a shitcoin. Boom, hits $2.15 as well as giving you a 1 to 1,000 ratio on DFLR. Also, you can turn that YFLR and get 4% compounding interest a month. Yeah, XP is a scam. No, okay, I would kind of say she could have made this a little bit stronger. She could have definitely done that had she wanted to. Then again, okay, so basically what I wanted to say was XRP is called a scam so often. It's true, right? Boom, hit a couple of dollars. People said it can never go to $1 again. Boom, it just hit double that a couple of days ago. That one is definitely true. It has proven a lot of people wrong, and I really like that to happen. I really like that happened, mostly because, well, those people couldn't say anything back then, right? They couldn't say XRP is stupid, XRP is a scam. All they said was XRP is a pump and dump token like Doge. It will keep on going like that, though. It will be the same thing once it hits $10 as well, and so forth and so on. They will always say it's a scam because that's inherently how a lot of people are. The next part about FLR, no value will actually come out of XRP. I've never seen people say that before, to be honest. I just say people say it's a joke. Then again, if you think about the business relationships which Ripple has and has made for XRP as well, it definitely isn't a joke at all. It is no joke at all. FLR is just an example of some use cases built for XRP, or I guess extra validity to it, but that's not what gives it the value. I would say FLR is added as kind of a bonus thing, but I don't see FLR as the main value, me personally. Then again, the same thing for DFLR and YFLR, the whole staking component on XRP. I think it's nice, but it won't be my primary thing. But then again, a lot of people think this is their ticket to riches with XRP, so I guess I should also give it to them that it might be really cool. Then, Bitcoin miners in China receive emergency notice amidst energy concerns. There's one thing you should know, right? One really important freaking thing right here, and that is Bitcoin is only as good as the miners are. And same thing for Ethereum as of this point, before Ethereum 2.0 comes up. It is only as good as the miners allow it to be. So if at one point those miners actually decide, you know what, we're done with it, or the government decides, you know what, we're not going to allow it anymore, it's going to have some heavy volatility or heavy fluctuations because a lot of power might just fall off. And of course, a government saying, hey, you can't hold, or there's a 99% tax on crypto, for example, would hurt it even more. Don't get me wrong, for sure. This would definitely hurt on a basis that you don't know where it's going to head, basically, because those energy outages or emergency notice for outages, those could be, you know, a day like that, and all of a sudden, snap, boom, half of the network is just down, because if China all of a sudden says, no, we're not going to, you know, give energy, for example, to Bitcoin mining corps, they sometimes, again, don't quote me on this, but they sometimes do that in the next, let's say, 2 weeks or so, or at least give some negative stuff out in a couple of days. Some people are also speculating that the outages from before were deliberate. I'm not going to quote on that at all. I'm just saying, man, be careful with Bitcoin. I would not have a 100% portfolio in Bitcoin, even if it was my last. I wouldn't do that at all. But then again, I do think having some Bitcoin is smart because it's the main currency right now, and it is at least 45% of the market. I am switching over my Bitcoin for altcoins, though. Don't get me wrong either. But then again, Bitcoin is still the main currency, so betting against Bitcoin is really like shooting yourself in the foot. Even Brett Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, is a Bitcoin bull. So again, I don't think you should bet against Bitcoin, to be completely honest with you. Then, why Ethereum, not Bitcoin, is ahead in this race? To be honest, guys, it once more is talking about quarterly returns on one basis that, again, how good is a crypto doing, but also from the perspective of what is the potential for a certain crypto. If you try to think about it, Bitcoin is really the first to do a lot, but Ethereum is actually the first to do a lot of things better. And the way I'm saying better is because they just have a lot more going for them and are just so much more interesting than Bitcoin is. I'm an Ethereum, type of guy, mostly because I know it's just what people will value. Is Ethereum the best platformer? Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. However, Bitcoin and Ethereum are highly linked, and right now, because of Biden's tax plans, people are heading over into DeFi massively, and together with the increasing volume and increasing utility on Ethereum, basically, that is definitely a nice thing. Plus the fact that Bitcoin will not really upgrade itself anymore, and eventually, following Chris Larsen, Ripple's chairman, kind of prediction, and I guess also adding Gary Gensler there, Chris Larsen said that Gary Gensler most likely will come after really not friendly. How do you say that? Not friendly, eco-threatening cryptos, which basically are harming the environment or using a lot of energy. And XRP, of course, is a good example of a crypto that's really environmentally friendly, at least in comparison for other cryptos. And Ethereum is transitioning to a little bit more of a friendly system. And that is also why there's more longevity in it, I guess, right? Because they're going to be going for a little bit of a greener approach, which people like, specifically in San Francisco. They like that a lot. And yeah, that might also be why the future is going to be looking a lot better for them. On other bases, for example, the institutional adoption and whatnot, Bitcoin still remains number one. However much you want to argue that Ethereum is trading at a better price, or Ethereum right now is having a lot of funds going on for themselves, okay, cool, but they're still very much behind Bitcoin, and they won't catch up for a very long while, if you were to honestly ask me. Then Ethereum moves towards Ethereum 2.0 with the super experimental testnet. Once more, some big upgrades for Ethereum are around the corner. We cannot lie about that. It is coming. And those types of things would be pretty huge for the price. Even though, again, this type of stuff just takes so long to roll out, guys. It takes so ridiculously long. The caveat, I guess, of the turn side is that it is a big upgrade. But once more, it's just a process of years. And that's also why, I guess, people are not heavily overvaluing Ethereum right now, because it just takes freaking time. You guys get it, man. All right. Ethereum moves... Steklo is a short-lived testnet designed to demonstrate one method for maintaining a proof-of-stake network. You don't need to know the full details of all of this, guys. You don't need to know the full details. Analyst on Bitcoin. I know it sounds crazy, but I think this is going to happen. He says, my prediction is Bitcoin will be 213% higher a year from now. We're talking about the CEO of Pantera Capital, Dan Moorhead, who is now saying in a recent interview, that puts it at $200,000 a year from now. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it's likely to happen. All the fundamentals seem fantastic. And here's the Bitcoin price as a function of usage, demand. It basically estimates, again, for number of people using Bitcoin logarithmically. If there's 1 billion people using it, the price would be, for example, about let's say, you know, closer to $1 million, maybe 300,000. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be. And here's, of course, 3.5 billion. I guess if everybody were to use Bitcoin, maybe that's what they're quoting here. It would be at $1 million. Maybe that's the highest point there. Yeah. And again, if we have, for example, a billion people, we are, for example, at about 100 and maybe 130, maybe $150,000, something like that. Maybe $200,000. Maybe that's what he's estimating. For every million new users, the price of Bitcoin rises $200. It happens every time except for February 2016 when the price was slow to hit. There is $250 trillion of money that needs a home. How much of the $250 trillion is going to move into Bitcoin, and at what rate is going to be a function of inflation, adoption, and integrated technology? And of course, scarcity, which is the stock to flow model based on, and that also kind of puts into scale the scarcity. I think Bitcoin by this time, 2031, will have reached about 20% of the global purchasing power. So this would imply Bitcoin's market cap in 2031 would be about $250 trillion. It would be north of $12.5 million per Bitcoin. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm just saying think broader than your nose is long. You know, think farther than all of this. Sneeze. No, it didn't happen. No. Yeah, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so think a little bit further ahead. There's a lot to come. And you should understand that some of the big guys, some of the billionaires as well know crypto is not a short-term game, and I'm not selling all my crypto until the bitter freaking end, guys. You all have to know. You all have to know. You all have to know it, man. If I ever want to sell all my crypto, I'll definitely tell you. But I think it's a stupid move in my current position to do all of that. You know what? Let's stick to this for right now. I already had a little bit of a cut earlier in the video because of a call. I'll edit these two things together, which I hate to do, but I'll do it. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video soon. Once more, summary here, guys, is... man, the hearing, we're going to get some results today or tomorrow. It's going to be most likely be bullish. I am still extremely bullish on the XP lawsuit / Ripple lawsuit, and I think they'll just win. It's just a process, but I think it will happen. And once more, XP is a lot better from the future perspective, longevity. Ethereum is also okay, but XRP really wins the cake on most of these points, and yeah, I'm just crazy freaking excited, everybody.